Hi, everyone. Happy Sunday. This is Lisa. I promised you I was going to come to you live and give you an update on what's been going on with the situation in Delaware. There was a restaurant called Rail Haus Beer Garden that had a family-friendly brunch last week, and they thought it was okay to have drag queens with children participating. And so I wanted to tell you a little bit about the background of what happened. But before I get into that, I just want to say it was never my intention to destroy this restaurant or hurt anyone. And I appreciate so much that some of you have come to me knowing you can trust me, and you can trust me. I have nothing to gain. I have nothing to lose. The only thing I do have to gain, honestly, is that I want to protect children. And if for those who know me, you know my heart, and you know that's what I'm about for a very long time, for many, many years. So if I wanted to say that, whether you agree with me or not, I still love you, but I'm going to move forward with this. So this live is specifically about Delaware and the surrounding areas regarding a family-friendly event, a brunch featuring the movie Wicked with many children in attendance. It was marketed as a family event, and during the intermission of that movie, they had a planned drag queen show, again, Rail Haus in Dover. This was originally brought to my attention by several local folks there. I referred them immediately to the Delaware Family Policy Council, and you can find them on delawarefamilies.org. And I thought my involvement at that point was done. Then the establishment released a video showing these children waving dollar bills at these drag queens. So then I knew my involvement was not done. I knew I had to share this video with the public, and that's literally all I did. I didn't produce the video. I didn't star in the video. I don't promote this video. However, I think that it's important that the public knows what's going on. And that's kind of been my mission in life for at least the last decade, and especially since COVID. And those of you in Delaware know me from COVID. And we went through COVID together. We're bonded. So again, thanks for trusting me. The owners then decided to post just a comment acting as though they were victims here of myself and my effort, if you can believe that, stating that they received hate messages. Well, I can promise you they've received no hate messages from me or anyone that I'm affiliated with. And I find it hard to believe, honestly. And you know that they define hate as anyone who disagrees with them. So I did post a review of their restaurant on Facebook, not mentioning their food or anything like that. I specifically said I don't recommend their restaurant for children. Many of you commented, called, reviewed, even discussing ways to get their liquor license revoked. And I asked y'all to stand down. I asked y'all to, let's just chill out for a second and see what we can do here. What can we do that's positive? That's good, right? We want a good result. So I thought I would have good news today. I will tell you that an elected official agreed to mediate the situation, and thank you to that person, those people. I reached out to someone specifically, and he agreed to help, as it's not been my intention to put them out of business. Actually, I want for them to correct the situation and thrive going forward. And the owners even stated that they were originally approached by these drag queens wanting to do an event at their restaurant. So they're blaming it on the drag queens. And they specifically said this, and I'm going to quote, this is what the restaurant owners said. They do not want to be known for this. And that's good. That was my goal. That's the whole goal, right? So they initially agreed to take down their video and their post, and going forward, that they would not have events like this. And I don't know if they've changed their mind about having events like this. I would think that they know that eyes are on them now. But they did change their mind about removing their video and removing this post, which is very disappointing. So while I asked many of you to stand down during this mediation, unfortunately, they have chosen very unwisely. This kind of event is actually illegal in many states. And I want to say very strongly here, this is not about gay, straight, or any other letter in that alphabet. 2 of my best friends are gay, and they do not subscribe to this kind of grooming, and it is grooming. It is the grooming of children. Drag queens, in my experience, they dance very sexually provocative. That's like the whole point. I have actually been to a drag queen show many years ago in a bar, 21 and over, and some of them are very talented, and that's not the issue. The issue is adults dancing sexually provocative for children is never going to be okay. And children were participating, waving dollar bills, as you can clearly see in their video. So it's not a matter of he said, she said, or this person said this, or it's hearsay. They released a video showing children waving dollar bills at these drag queens. And I'm going to be very specific. This is the sexualization of children. We are seeing it, and thank God now we're getting back to an age of common sense. We need to call it what it is. It is grooming. Adults dancing sexually provocative towards children is never okay. I do want to say that the restaurant claims that they were never touched, and that's fine. I'm glad to hear that children were not touched by these drag queens, but that's not enough. It doesn't make it okay. So Rail Haus Beer Garden in Dover, here's my call to action. Pray. This isn't about religion. This isn't about Republicans or Democrats or any kind of politics. This is about right and wrong. And this is wrong. I'm going to call for everyone to boycott this restaurant, and I realize there'll be a counter protest and a few people will try to support them. But their bread and butter for this restaurant is the Dover community. It's having events there, and I know many events are had there by members of the GOP, middle class folks, right? So if you are a business that depends on public consumption, if you are a business that provides goods and services, why wouldn't you want all of the pie? Why would you want to alienate part of the population that clearly knows this is wrong and will not support it? Again, my call to action is to boycott. Call them. Their number's 302-450-3523. Again, it's 302-450-3523. I will post all of their information in the comments here. Email them. Leave reviews, okay, on social media, on Yelp, TripAdvisor, Google. Leave reviews for this restaurant. But here's what I'm going to tell you about whether you call or email or review. Be civil, okay? Don't go low. Speak on the fact that this restaurant is not safe for children. You know, one of my Democrat friends on Delaware Politics said that isn't it the same thing as parents allowing children to go to a rated R movie? It's nothing like that. First of all, there's a rating, rated R, right? In movie theaters, they don't allow minors in to rated R movies. Now, maybe if the parent brings a teenager in to a rated R movie, they'll allow that. But there's a reason why it's rated R, okay? And other people go into this restaurant with their children and are not aware that they're going to have drag queens there dancing in a sexually provocative manner and children participating in that. It's not the same thing, okay? I'd like to see a call for legislation to protect children. Again, in other states, this is illegal. So, in closing, I wanted to say also, part of the call to action, join the Delaware Family Policy Council. They have been bringing awareness to this fight. They have been fighting Drag Queen Story Hour in our public libraries for over a decade. And this just brings it to another level. when you have a drag queen show at a restaurant. And this is in the middle of the day. This was a brunch. This wasn't after hours, 21 and over. This was a child geared, marketed, family-friendly movie brunch. And in intermission, they did a drag queen show. Not okay. Never going to be okay. You can try to reason your way around that. It will never, ever be okay. So again, my call to action is to boycott, call, email, review, be civil at all times, and join the Delaware Family Policy Council. Attend their meetings. What they have to say there, and again, their email is delawarefamilies.org. And again, I'm going to post all this information for you in the comments. Don't feel like you have to write it down. But I will leave you with this. One person well-equipped and strategically placed will take territory. That's from the Delaware Family Policy Council, and one person can make a difference. And that's why I'm here to talk to you, because each and every one of you can make a difference for our children. This is about protecting children. This is about standing against the grooming. And what is grooming? Training, accepting, learning a behavior for a purpose. And the sexualization of children is never okay. Adults and children in a situation that is sexually provocative is pedophilia. And we're not going to allow that to be okay. It's not okay in red states. It's not okay in blue states. It's never okay anywhere. So again, thank you all so much for trusting me. Thank you for those who reached out. Thank you specifically to that elected official who tried to mediate the situation so we could have a good outcome going forward. This was not my intention to have to go forward with this fight, but we will. I'm not afraid, never going to be afraid to move forward with a fight for our children. So again, thank you all very much. I love y'all, and never give up hope. Bye.